Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. Hope everyone is having a beautiful morning. We're doing June's favorites, and it's basically the first favorites that we're doing diving into summer of this year. So the dresses are out. I'm basically wearing only pastels. We have a lot of florals, matching sets. I do have a new perfume that I wanted to show you. This year was a little bit slower for the weather to start warming up, but right now it's perfect. If I could pick, I would have it like this the year round. So let's dive into the things that I've been reaching out for the most during June and some new additions and things that I've been trying out. So the first thing that I want to talk about is, of course, so I went from being a person that was not that much into pink to just literally staring at this bag all day. I've been using it non-stop, and I don't even know how I can explain it, but I am in love with this bag. It's something about the pink and the Swift leather. I knew that I was going to probably like Swift, and I had a few hesitations. So this is a Birkin 25 in Rose Sakura in Swift with gold hardware. If you haven't watched my Paris videos, then I would recommend you to go check them out because I unboxed this bag in Paris. This bag for me has always been like endgame. Like, Rose Sakura is the most beautiful pink, but also the hardest to find, and I just always liked it, but I never really thought that I was gonna be able to ever own one. I was also a bit unsure if I was gonna really use it that much, but something changed in the last year that I went from someone that didn't really love pink that much to literally loving pink and looking for pink sweaters, literally anything, and this bag went to my wish list for this year, and I also put it on my manifestation board, but I always kind of said that I wanted it in Swift. But oh my god, the color payoff on Swift leather is insanely beautiful. So this bag, I got it from Bertelux, of course. This is not something that you can just easily get. I waited for months for them to appear because every single time that they had one in stock, it would literally be gone in, I would say, an hour or two. And I usually hesitate quite a lot when it comes to these things. And they get them from time to time, but I was adamant that I wanted it in gold hardware. At some point, I did consider Mauve Pale, and I'm so happy that I didn't get that one because now every single time that I look at this bag, I just really love it. I think I'm gonna end up reaching out for this bag in the next couple of months so much, but I think this is something that handbag lovers will understand. You know, when I really started to get into bags, I always had like the bags that I thought that they were like god tier, and this was there. And some of those bags, you put them there and they are not necessarily going to work out for you, and maybe it's just the idea. However, with this one, there's something about the little girl in me that is just so giddy about owning and using this bag. Also, while using it in Paris, I would get comments from other girls saying like, that's the bag, and I was like, yeah, that's the bag, thank you so much. Like, I don't know, I feel so grateful, honestly, that I'm able to have this bag in my collection, and I can tell you that this is going to be a forever bag for me. I think, like, I just would never ever let it go. And of course, I already knew that I really liked the Birkin in the 25 size, so adding it in a color that I know that I'm gonna love, it's just guaranteed success. Another favorite bag added. And I don't know if you guys are sick of me of just adding Birkin 25s in different colors and always saying that I freaking love them, but it's honestly the truth. It's the bag that I reach out for the most. I love top handle bags. This bag has so easy access. I find it so comfortable. So 100% this bag is the bag of the month for me. I do have others that I'm gonna show you that I've been reaching out for a lot, but this one for sure takes it. And also, like, let me just show you close-ups. Like, Swift is stunning bag. When I got dressed this morning, I didn't consider that this blouse, it's not the best one for sitting down and filming. The thing is that it has these ruffles in the bottom, so whenever you sit down, I feel like a cupcake. But when you stand up, it's gorgeous. This is actually on the favorites, and I'm gonna talk about it on the clothing section for sure. But yeah, it looks quite weird on camera when you're sitting down. I seriously think that I have an issue with Bottega Veneta suede bags. I would get them in every color, in every size. They're so comfortable. The only way that I can properly describe them is like a hug. These bags feel like a comfort thing to me at this point. And also I'm so happy that this one is in lilac because it actually looks so pretty with summer outfits. I know that most people prefer to not wear suede during the summer, but when it comes to bags, like, I mean, why not? So this is the Bottega Veneta Jodie in the teen size in this lavender suede. I really love the size. I honestly could not recommend it enough. It does fit a ton, so this is a bag that I can take out with me pretty much all day, and it's also so comfortable. And I also really like the drop because it makes it a very comfy shoulder bag. I got asked quite a lot if I had any like spare room when I was wearing it on the shoulder, and I would say that there's plenty of space left, so it is a very comfy bag to wear on the shoulder. And the thing is that because it's suede, it doesn't really slip off your shoulder at all. The lavender color is so subtle that really goes with pretty much anything. Also, this bag is pre-loved, like it already comes with a few stains, so now I'm just honestly not worried and I just fully enjoy it and use it. If I stain it, that's life. So here you can see a little bit of the stains. They're mainly like right here. One thing that I want to note is that I usually never close the zipper because it's a little bit hard to open and close, especially when it's kind of full. I will be filming a video comparing the Jodie to the hub bag. I think these bags are quite similar and different at the same time, but for anyone that was debating between sizes on the Jodie and also if you should go for a suede or not, I've been really loving and using a lot this bag. I love it. I was also waiting patiently to finally have the weather to put this bag into heavy rotation. I think this is the most summery bag that I own and I love it. And this is Amato Daniele's Queen Raffia bag. I think I included this one in last month's favorites because it was a quite new addition, but now I had the chance to start wearing it. I also really love the price point and the quality of Amato Daniele bags. It has a strap, it has an amazing top handle, but I always really wanted like a rattan wicker raffia bag, and it's also lined with linen on the inside. I just think it's beautiful and the perfect summer bag, and I'm gonna show you some close-ups. Also to note that Amato Daniele's bags are actually gold plated, so this is gold plated and the hardware in general too, and it does have fit on the bottom and the leather is super soft. So this one enters more like the home category, but we recently had our wedding anniversary, and I hate to admit, but I've been the type of person that got stunning photos on the wedding, and I kept telling myself that I was gonna print them and hang them up, and I'm still yet to do that. But we found this option online that you can make your wedding photos, or basically any photos that you want, like birthdays, parties, babies, whatever. But we basically got our wedding pictures into an album that it's a coffee table book, and the brand is called Milkbook. I'm gonna link their website on the description box down below. And this is a thick book. The quality is really good, and you can see that on the cover it says Lucia and Follow, and we added the wedding date here on the spine of the book. So let me show you, and you can add as many as you want. I just loved the idea of making this, and we can just look at it whenever we want. Of course, I had 2 pages just for Mashita. This was Masha during the wedding. But yeah, I basically did it in chronological order, and we have all of our memories from the wedding in a really beautiful book. And for anyone looking for something like this, I can definitely recommend them. I still want to frame and hang some of the pictures for sure. That's something that I think I'm gonna focus on after this summer ends. I've been thinking of redoing a few things here in the apartment now that we press pause on the house situation and just like focus on living the apartment perfect. But yeah, we recently got it and I am obsessed. I think I look at it every single day. Now there's 3 pieces of jewelry that I've been using the most in the past month, and the first one are these stunning earrings from Kolmio. I actually had this ones custom made. I can definitely recommend them. I was obsessed with the idea of having flower earrings, just simple flower studs, but I wanted them to be aquamarines, and I also wanted a pink sapphire in the middle. So basically pink and blue, and they turned out so pretty. These have become like my daily earrings. I find them to be so comfortable. They're also so pretty, so feminine. They're just perfect for the summer, and I sleep with them, I shower with them. It's so comfortable to sleep with them because they're just little flower studs. So I'm always either wearing these ones or the Paloma Diamonds Blossom Fancy Drop earrings. They are fancy color diamonds, so it has diamonds in different colors and they're so whimsical. I think those are also so amazing for summer. And when it gets super hot, I also really like to put my hair up. So having statement earrings like those is just perfect. I know I've talked about these earrings quite a lot in the past couple of months, but they were such a good addition to my jewelry collection, and I just reached for them so much that I just can't stop myself from keep recommending them because I adore them. And the last one is going to be this ring. So I'm basically pairing these two together on this hand lately, and this is a Morganite ring from Linjer, and it has little diamonds on the band, and I'm pairing it with one of my idol rings, and I just feel like these two stuck together is so pretty. So these are the rings that I've been wearing, of course my wedding set, and on the other hand I gave my Aquamarine ring a break and I'm wearing this one right now. We're gonna talk about cameras for a second. I also have a tiny bone to pick with Sony. So while we were in Paris on the first day, I kind of broke my camera. I don't know if you guys are able to tell, but this camera that I'm using right now, it's actually not mine. I had to go rent it. I also want to recommend it, but first I'm gonna explain what happened. So I was filming in the hotel room and my camera fell from the bed to the carpet on the floor. I'm usually really careful with my cameras, of course. The thing is that the flip screen was open and the microphone was attached, so the output of the microphone kind of banged against the screen and the display broke. And my camera is a Sony CV-E1. This camera only has the display for you to see what you're doing. It doesn't have an optical viewer. Most cameras do, but this one, because it's made for vlogging and they want to make it really compact, it doesn't really have one. I was also not filming in auto, I was filming in manual, and the focus was in manual. So after the display broke, it was so hard to use the camera at all. Like, the camera was working perfect. The problem is that you cannot really control it more than pressing record and moving a little bit the lens and hoping for the best that it's focusing. So the Paris vlogs, I basically winged them. I was not sure what I was shooting when I was shooting it, because also the app was lagging so much. I am not mad at all in how the vlogs came out, and dropping it was my mistake. My issue here is that you cannot just send your camera to Sony and you cannot just have it repaired. I had to go to a physical store here in Barcelona where they sell cameras. They took it in and then they sent it to Sony and they tell me that it's going to take 3 weeks. And I don't know if I was just the Lulu and I thought that this was going to be quite an easy fix because it's just the display. The camera was perfect. I tested it. Everything was fine. I thought this was going to be something that I was going to be able to repair locally, but no, they had to send my camera to Madrid, and in Madrid it's going to take to get repaired. And of course I cannot not film for 3 weeks. So I ended up renting this camera, which is the Sony Alpha 7 IV. I've been playing around with it and tweaking it around. I rented it right now for 2 days so I can film a couple of videos, and I really like the way that this camera performs. This one does not overheat when you're filming sit-down videos, but I think if you're gonna use this camera for filming, it does feel a little bit more high-end in some shots. So if anyone is looking for a camera to film sit-down videos, I can definitely recommend this one over the one that I have. However, because I also film vlogs and things out and about, this one is a little bit too big and too bulky and doesn't have a lot of aspects that the CV1 does. It's super sharp, it has a great depth, it handles colors really well, especially with my editing and my grading. I've been really enjoying that, and the autofocus is very reliable. So I've been debating if I should, like, I know that I don't need 2 cameras, but at the same time it's kind of my job. So I've been really liking it, and considering that if I end up changing my camera anytime soon, I might go for this one. But I do love my other camera. It's just kind of a shame that it takes such a long time. And while we're in the topic of cameras, I found a new accessory for the Osmo that anyone that has the Osmo, I think you're really gonna like this. So I got it from Amazon, and it's basically a magnet. It's pretty much a cage for the Osmo, but it was kind of a game changer for me while I was in Paris. So you can see it's pretty well locked in here, and then you close this, and this part on the back has a magnet. So you find anything metallic and you can just attach the camera there, and because it has face tracking, it just makes filming super easy, and it's also not expensive at all. So instead of a tripod, sometimes this is the only thing that you need, and it just adds a little bit more of space inside of the bag. It does attach to some mirrors, it attaches to most doors. You will always find where to attach this to for sure. Okay, so focusing into the clothing, I ordered 2 new dresses from this brand that is called Josette Bernard, which I have shopped from before, but like years and years ago. I have one black dress that I always love to wear that is from them, and I've had it for for at least 5 years and I still love it. And they released new dresses for the summer. So the first one, it's called the Bella, and it's this really flowy, ruffled, of course pink. It's a stunning dress. Something that I do want to note about Josette Bernard's dresses is that they're really well made. But this pink dress is just perfect. I think right now I still can get away with using kind of long sleeves, and I'm for sure making the most out of it. It comes with a belt. It's stunning. And the other one is the Mila, and this one is definitely more of a hot summer day dress. Love it. I love the fit. I love the fabric. It's absolutely beautiful. So for anyone that had been looking for slow fashion, smaller brands, I'm gonna link them on the description box down below, but they also have more dresses that you can browse from. I do have to say that they're one size fits all, so keep that in mind when you're ordering. Now this blouse is from Lanvin. I love it. They have it in so many different colors, patterns, but it's a very puffy blouse. It's definitely a statement. When I think of this one, I consider it kind of more like a really short dress that you need to pair it with shorts, of course. But I love it. I would get it in every single color, but this one that is like in green, it's really beautiful and the fabric is also really soft. But again, I love everything that Lanvin does, so I would get any dress ready to wear piece that they put out. I wanted to include this blouse that I've been wearing a lot in the past 2 months, and it's from Another Stories. I literally went into the boutique here in Barcelona. I saw it, fell in love with it, and I wish that they had released it in more colors because it's beautiful. I get so many questions about that blouse in particular, so I guess everyone loves it as much as I do. I'm gonna make sure to link it in case anyone has been looking for it, but I really love this brand. They have a lot of really cute things, especially during the summer. And last but not least, I have to include the Lele Silk bubble satin skirt. I've been using it so much and it makes me feel like a princess, literally. It's so flowy, and because it's satin, is very fresh. I always get so many compliments on it and I really love using it, so I wanted to mention it again because I think it's very much worth it. So the perfume of the month is actually a new one, and I liked it so much that I got it in all of the sizes. I have the big one, then I have the medium-sized one and the tiny travel one. So I actually got invited by the brand to the launch event here in Barcelona, and this is a perfume brand from here actually, and it's called Carner. This one is called La Playa. I am very loyal to my perfumes. I very rarely get new ones or switch them. Like, I have my rotation. It's something that I have curated through the years, but this one, the moment that I smelled it, I loved it. This is, in my opinion, the perfect summer perfume. It smells like summer in a bottle, like a mix of coconut, vanilla, like a piña colada. It has a hint of vanilla. It's creamy, but it's also not very sweet. It's very elevated and it's not like a mist. This is a perfume that is going to last for a while. I've been getting so many compliments on it. It lasts and it smells amazing. Skincare wise, I wanted to recommend 2 moisturizers. This one I tried out once and I really fell in love with it, and it's from Rhode. This is the Glazing Milk, and basically every single time that I come back home, I have this urge to remove my makeup and just put this. I just feel like it gives my skin a break. It's a very light moisturizing feeling. I am obsessed with it and I am on my 3rd bottle. And the other one is from Charlotte Tilbury, and this one I've tried the Magic Cream before, but I found it to be too thick, and I recently tried this one out, which is the Magic Water Cream. So it's basically a lighter version, and for the summer I really love this one. This one is definitely pricey, but my skin has been loving it so much. And last but not least, we have the book of the month. So I finally finished the Fourth Wing series. That's not a finished series, that is something that I wanted to note on. So I finished Onyx Storm, which is the 3rd book, a few days ago, and I loved it so much. This series got me back into reading. I had been like at least 8 months to be able to pick up a book and just read. I would get distracted or just find something else to do, and I absolutely loved Fourth Wing. However, I'm kind of mad at myself for starting it when the series is not completed. The book leaves you with such a cliffhanger. It's kind of gut-wrenching, and the books are so good. So I hope that she releases the next one soon because I am dying to know what happens next. So I would give Fourth Wing a 4.7 out of 5 stars. It's not a 5-star because I think a few things were really easy to tell that it was what was going to happen. And I really love plot twists and being surprised about certain things, but it's so good and I definitely can recommend it. I'm gonna start now reading Caraval. I am unsure if I'm gonna like it or not. For me, I usually give it a go and I read like the first 20% of the book, and if I cannot get through that, then I go to something else. So I will report back on Caraval, but basically for what I understand, I try to not research much about books because that's how you get spoilers, but from what I understand, Caraval is a fantasy book and it's also a romance, which has been kind of the theme of the books that I've been reading. And it's basically a circus that comes once a year and it has magic, and there's two sisters that are going through hard times that are desperate to find luck at the circus. Honestly, I'm gonna report back when I start reading it because I could be so wrong about the plot right now. Anyway, these were my June favorites. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and if there's anything that you would like to recommend, please leave it in the comment section down below. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing and click the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And if you're not done watching, I'll leave you two right here in case you want to check them out. Thank you and see you on the next one. Bye.